Meow, meow.
Today's artwork is all about becoming an illustrator. So it's inspired by these Little Miss and Mr. books, and each of them has a character with a simple shape. So some of the shapes are triangles, some are ovals, some are circles, some are a little morphed into something, not quite sure what it is exactly, but each of them has a defining characteristic. So for this book, Little Miss Princess, it's just in French, it's got pink for princess, crown for princess, fancy hair, and fancy shoes for princess. So think about each member of your family and what defines them. What unique character trait do they have, or something that is unique about them in the way that they look. For each member of your family, and yourself included, you're going to start with a simple shape. You could start with an oval or a rectangle as well if you'd like to. Then you're going to start adding things like hair, what defines their hair and their facial features. Of course, with these books, you keep the facial features really simple. And then you can add something that defines them. So with my daughter, she's got freckles. So when I made hers, I added freckles. If you have glasses, that might be something, or if you have especially curly hair, or if you always wear your hair a certain way, like pigtails or something like that. Those are great ways to help develop your character. And then you're also going to want to add simple feet and hands or arms like they do in the Little Miss books. One of the things I want to point out is that everything is defined by a black line. Okay, there's no shading, there's just flat color. It's all the same blue, it's all the same green, and then everything is just defined by a black outline on the character. Okay? So here's my example, and I chose my two daughters to do, and so we started with Alice. She's Little Miss Nature. So I said I added her freckles. I gave her some kind of work boots, some rain boots, a butterfly in her hair, and she's holding a flower. So that's going to help me define my character so that it's not just the simplicity of hair and body. There's got to be something that shows you why she's called Little Miss Nature. And then for Rosie, she's Little Miss Fancy. Rosie puts on about 500 different outfits a day. She goes from being a fairy to a princess to pajamas. You don't even know. It's just constant changing. But for her, I gave her some gloves, a purse, a crown, and some fancy high-heeled shoes and a skirt. And she's got kind of a mischievous look because she is a little bit naughty as well. So what will you do to define and create these characters for each member of your family and for yourself? I cannot wait to see how you do this and to sort of see your family and yourself through your lens as an illustrator. You can use paper cutout like I did for your artwork, but you could also use markers. You're probably going to need a black marker anyway to do the different outlines of the character, the face, things like that. You could also do it in paint. Just make sure you let each layer dry before you paint on top of it. That way it'll turn out. And then I really want to see you write your title. So you could do you could make their own book. This is about 6 inches by 6 inches. If you have a CD cover case, you could just trace that and do that, or you could just cut a piece of paper in half like I did kind of and put one on each side. You could put them together like I did here, but just include their titles. And I'm really excited. I think this is going to be really fun. I can't wait to see what you do. Bye.